normally ever watch the news. But then it kept popping up. Were you a victim of sexual abuse in the San Diego juvenile system? And like whatever, Judy, Carl, or whatever. And you know, as being a victim of false reports and false arrests, and how I was treated, I was left in a cop car for 2 hours without any food, water, medicine. That's before I was booked. Then brought to everything was false. Brought to Las Colinas, left in a cell for 18 hours without anything. Couldn't even ask to talk to my lawyer. No one even talked to me. It was like, it was a setup. And it all got dismissed, but it cost me a shit ton of money. And hilarious. I was fixing my car at 7-Eleven with duct tape and a camping knife cutter. And someone said the police came with like 2 speeding cop cars and frisked me, and I was obviously doing it. I wasn't bothering anybody. I was buying an iced coffee and going home because I had to work the next day. Anyway, it was set up because they knew like my name and I was a teacher. But the report was all lies, and got dismissed. But you know, that's a camping. They didn't talk about any of that. I was on all these drugs I've never heard of, which I wasn't. It's all lies. And anyway, I put in my car, wouldn't let me walk. You take my car 5 blocks. I wasn't drunk. I wasn't anything. I was completely sober. Anyway, it doesn't matter. And like, what is a school teacher doing out on the? How did they know I was a school teacher? It was such a setup, and it was all fake. But they broke every law. I violated every law. I could have died of pleasure. And downtown San Diego, in a high-rise parking structure, 2 hours. No food, no water, the windows closed, couldn't go to the bathroom. And then I had Las Colinas like an hour away. Didn't know anything for 18 hours. And since I had the camping knife thing, they said it was cloak and dagger, and I had to put up $25,000 bail. So, everything. Anyway, getting back to the juvie. The crimes that this government in San Diego and the police, there was one recently. He took a suspect to book at Las Colinas and went on a side street and molested her, or had her molested, and he got locked in the back of the car and had to call for backup. And of course, his, like the camera and everything was off, but I think the radio was on. And they did swabs, and there was his DNA, semen on his body and outside his body, and all the, it was sexually abused someone, broke every law. He resigned. There were no charges at all. And I'm wondering, what would happen after that if he didn't lock himself in the car? 8,000 people are trafficked in San Diego alone. And at least 20 people die in prison of strange circumstances, even when they're completely innocent before they're booked. I was one of them. I could have died. I think that was a goal. And then there's never witnesses. Or maybe those girls never make it to the prison and they're one of the 8,000. Nothing would surprise me. I know how I was violated, treated. I could have easily died. All my rights were violated. And that would seem fair. And that was 4 years ago. And I thought, oh, this would be prosecuted. I could sue by now. Well, not if the innocent are the ones trafficking and getting rid of, so you don't have any witnesses to the crimes that the government is doing. I bought land. I couldn't even build on it. It was such bullshit. I know, and this doesn't surprise me at all. Innocent people. People like 20 years old that are in there, died. Mothers, kids. And no one should die of strange, then you got the police officers selling the guns out of the drugs going in brought by cops. It's fucking ridiculous. It's a wild, wild west. Always was, it always is. And you got, who's running the jails? The retired military and police. And the same company that supplies all the training gets a new contract. Same, every year, for like millions. It's the Good Boys Network. If you had 20 people die each year of suspicious whatever, under your watch. And 8,000 people are trafficked each year. It never improves. It just, that's 8,000. Oh well. Why would you keep your job and get the bid? Because it gets rid of witnesses and no one ever has to account for their crime. You can just resign or, leave. If it was any other human. How I was treated, I never broke the law. And they break the law. And they're never charged. When they did have inquisition on police misconduct, all the files, half of them, just went missing. We don't know what happened to them. Nothing was done. It was like an inquest. The facts and the files are gone. Okay. If anyone, it's time to speak up. It's time to change the guard, the lack of it, the injustice system. Kids are being molested in juvie hall, and it's just coming out now. Maybe the ones didn't make it, or they were trafficked. The criminals are running school districts. It's so much fraud. The entire. It's not the citizens. It's who's in charge and took an oath to protect and defend and follow the laws, the Constitution. That's not what's happening. And these are teenage kids that are in trouble already, and they take advantage. That girl that was molested, and all of them, all the people that are killed, don't even have their day in court. Because if they did, we would have a different. We'd have a justice system. There is no justice system. It's pathetic. And it's time for it not to be the old boys. It's time for it to be we the people, for the people, follow the Constitution and the oath, not for ourselves and fuck everyone else, because that's what's happening for a long, long time. Wake up, everybody. It's time for a change. It's time to make San Diego, to make our country was already great. Be honest. Follow the rules. Not for the 1%. To treat everybody like, do whatever they want. Have the power. Everyone else. It's not, this is how it is. It's how they make it. It's how we make it, because it's we. No one should be molested by the people that are put in charge to protect us and serve themselves, and they're fucking sickos and fucking pedophiles and fucking perverts, and they run the show. Rapists, basically, and they just resign. They don't have to even be accountable. What is that? It's wrong, it's against the law, and it's criminal, and it needs to be stopped. Choose a Dragon Flight. I know how I was treated. I don't even get a return call 4 years ago. It's horrifying. I could have died. Every right violated. No lawyer would even take my case, because what are they going to do? They got all the bribes, and then they probably will end up being trafficked. They go missing. They never get their day in court. Trust me. Speak up, America. Speak up. Done with the bullshit. If anything happens to me, you know, dude, I'm afraid. Bye.